Welcome everybody to Metro TV. I'm your host, Andy Hoig. We have a great show today. I'll be talking to Marjorie Moss from Share Omaha, the folks from Heartland Family Service about their upcoming event, and then also Jay Morales, Tricia Danielson from B4B, and the important things they're doing in our community. So don't go away. We will be right back. Well, I'm here with Charlie Hathcox and Kelly Schlott, and from Heartland Family Services. And Charlie, you're the communications manager, and Kelly, you're the co-chair for the upcoming event. So we're going to talk about that in a minute, but let's talk first about Heartland Family Services and what is it, and what does that mean to the community?
Well, you know, a lot of people ask me, what does Heartland Family Service do? And I think maybe a better question is, what don't we do?
I would agree.
We help more than 52,000 people in the metro area each year. We have 56 programs, and they're centered in 3 focus areas. So child and family well-being, counseling and prevention, and housing safety and financial stability. So mental health counseling makes up a third of what we do. Homeless services makes up a third of what we do, and then also we offer programs that appeal to people across their entire lifespan, so from ages birth to the end of life.
Okay, just a lot of really important programs for the community. So
absolutely.
And I know we've got one of my favorite events, and you guys actually won a couple years ago for best event overall for our big event that happens every January, but Carnival of Love. So let's talk about that. And when is it?
It is coming up on February 8th. Oh my gosh, I almost said the wrong date. You'd think it would be in my head forever. But February 8th, Friday, down at the Hilton downtown. I believe the doors open at 6, I think. Yes.
Okay.
And this year's theme is peace, love, and understanding. So
I
we're
love
going to
it.
have like a groovy kind of 60s, 70s vibe. It should be a blast. We're going to have a live band.
Okay.
Actually, a very local band called Peace, Love, Etc.
Really?
So
Okay.
it'll just be a great little time, and we have a raffle and silent auction and live auction and just all sorts of things to do and to support Heartland Family Service.
So is this kind of a casual event too? I mean, we have to dress up in a ball gown?
Oh gosh, no.
I mean, if you wanted to wear one, I think it would be okay.
With the theme, like a flowy 60s ball gown, you know.
Yeah,
you could
something
do
psychedelic.
sure, if you'd like to.
But
we do. We just encourage casual, groovy casual. I guess.
I love that groovy casual because you know I go to a lot of events throughout the year, and they're all just wonderful. But it is nice when an event pops up that, oh my gosh, I can wear jeans, or I don't have to you know, dress up out of the box in a cocktail, and it's just kind of fun. It's just, and it is a fun event. So Carnival of Love, it's like you're going to a carnival.
I would say so, yeah. So we do have some carnival games.
Yeah.
I say it's mostly focused on our fabulous auction items.
Yes, okay.
We have lots of fabulous like live auction packages that we will give away with a live auctioneer.
Okay.
And then we also have a silent auction and a super silent auction. The super silent auction has like kind of extra special goodies. We have some trips from AmFund, which is a nonprofit organization that helps us have some trips available to people to bid on. So we're really excited.
And the great thing about the AmFund trips is that it's a round trip airfare for 2. You get your own personal travel specialist, you have deluxe accommodations throughout your stay, and you have 3 full years to take the trips with no blackout dates. So
that's
if you
really great.
win a bid on a trip to South Africa, you have up to 3 years to take it.
Which we have available.
Which we are offering, yes.
So how can people buy tickets? Where do they need to go to find out more information about the event?
Sure, to buy tickets, they're $150 each, or it's $1,500 for a table of 10. You can go online to our website, heartlandfamilyservice.org/events, and click on the Carnival of Love Gala, and then submit your information that way.
Okay. Now, to participate in the silent auction, I mean, do you need to attend the event, or is there any online stuff with that?
Actually, you can bid online through our online bidding service, Qtego.
Okay.
And the link for that will be available next week.
Okay, all
But
right.
yeah, if you can't attend, you can actually still bid from your phone, so that way you don't miss out on these amazing auction items.
And I will say, just I don't typically say this because we pre-record, so next week is actually this week.
This week.
With people watching the show. So you can start bidding this week,
Absolutely.
which is a great opportunity. And how much are tickets? Let's talk about that real quick.
Individual tickets are $150.
Okay.
And then for a table of 10 is $1,500.
Yeah, and then all the money, is raising obviously for Heartland Family Services and the programs that you guys are doing. So in our last minute or so, anything you want to add to that?
Well, our fundraising goal for this year is at least $315,000.
Okay.
And a lot of people question, if I go to an event or if I give a nonprofit money, where's that money going? But
Right.
you can rest comfortably knowing that all of your money goes to support the more than 50 programs and services that we offer the community each day.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I love what you guys do. We've been a great partner together throughout the years.
Absolutely.
People can find more information about your giving guide, your profile in our annual giving guide that just came out, but also go to your website, which is
HeartlandFamilyService.org.
okay, heartlandfamilyservice.org. All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show, and your event's like this Saturday.
Yeah.
This Friday.
Friday. It's Friday. Friday,
This
February
Friday. Okay.
8th. Yep.
Okay. This Friday. So, all right. Well, thank you again for coming on, and looking forward to hearing how successful it is after the fact. So, thank you again.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Andy.
You're welcome, and we will be right back. Well, that was an amazing moment that happened just a couple weeks ago, and I'm here with Marjorie Moss, Executive Director of Share Omaha. So tell us a little bit about what that was all about.
That was our launch evening. So earlier that day, we had truly gone live on the web, but we wanted there to be a ceremonial moment where the people that were most closely connected to the site's success, that they could celebrate the transition from the coming soon page to the
Right.
live page. So we counted down with David Brown helping us lead us from the chamber, and that was a great moment.
Yeah, it was a great moment because that also took place just ahead of our big event that we have every year.
Yes.
And it was so great to have you guys do that. And I'm going to just backtrack a little bit. I always like to talk about my walking meetings. And I know you and I had a walking meeting back in August.
August, yes.
And we talked about, because you were looking at Share Omaha and your position there, and we were talking about that. And to kind of come full circle, it's been really exciting to see just how this is all unfolded and what it's doing for the community. So let's just talk about what is Share Omaha.
Share Omaha is first and foremost a conduit between the giving public and the causes they care about and making them connected. So our whole mission as an organization is to help other nonprofits fulfill theirs.
Right.
So that means that we connect their needs of resources, volunteers, items, events to the public that says, I want to show up and support something that matters to me.
Yeah.
And making that transaction as easy as possible. And there's no charge to nonprofits, and there's no charge taken by Share Omaha for any gifts given on site. There's a small processing fee, but
Sure.
you can tip that back to PayPal, and the whole organization gets the whole gift.
So talk about the response, Share Omaha. I know you've met with a lot of nonprofits in the community, and how, talk about what they're saying about this.
Well, by the time this airs, I think we'll be at about 10,000 visitors
Wow.
that have actually typed in shareomaha.org, which that, from an analytics nerdy perspective,
right.
makes me so excited.
Because I know that's where.
Yes, it means that the name is sticky. It means
Yeah.
that the name sticks in people's minds,
Yeah.
and they're saying, yeah, I saw that billboard, or yeah, I saw that interview, or I saw that TV PSA, and we cannot be more excited that it's catching fire
Right.
in the metro area.
So I'm looking at my talking points. this all hinges on the generosity and giving donors and what they want, correct?
Yes. So it gives donors really no excuse to say, I don't know what to do about this thing that bothers me in the community.
Yeah.
We say 5 clicks or less, and we're not kidding.
Yeah.
Like, you go to the website, find a nonprofit, check the cause that matters to me, scan a list of nonprofits that say, yes, I address that issue,
Right.
and you can make a donation or volunteer an application in minutes. And people are spending more time than that on the site, though. They're really researching. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
I think that's really exciting because it is super easy. I mean, it's when people enter a site and want to give back and help the community, you have to make it easy for them. And like you just said, it is really easy to do that.
It removes every barrier between somebody saying, there's a challenge in the community, a cause that I think about regularly, and removes every barrier
Yeah.
from saying that, well, maybe they don't need my assistance, or maybe I can't really make a true difference.
Right.
There's those large organizations that you think of when you think of nonprofits,
For
but
sure.
there's also very, very unique niche-based organizations that
Yeah.
are serving very specific ways to make a difference, and one person's effort can really make a big change
Yeah.
at that organization. And we say it's all these small efforts built together
Yeah.
changes the way that we do giving in the community.
Yeah, and for being in this space, as you know, for 28 plus years of that nonprofit space, and from our standpoint, really sharing stories and also putting out information about how to help nonprofits. I just love that it is easy, and there are the bigger nonprofits that people know about, but there's so many smaller ones that create or help a need in the community. That's just really important. So
Yes, and Andy, we put out that number, 450 nonprofits by the end of the year. Do you
Yeah.
think that nonprofits are going to respond to this in the way that we think they're going to?
I actually do. I think it's so important, and yes, and why wouldn't they?
Right. Like I said, there's no barrier for the donor
Right.
or the volunteer, but we really think we're trying to remove every barrier possible for a nonprofit to say,
Yeah.
why wouldn't I get involved?
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's no membership fee. Like I said, there's no transaction fee taken by Share Omaha. We really try very hard to make this as turnkey as possible for them to make the best impression possible on a new donor.
Right. All right. So how can people that are watching this today, how can they help, or what can they do?
Make an action on the website.
Okay.
That easy. Make a donation. Any size would matter.
Yeah.
Make a volunteer application to a nonprofit that could be a group from your business, a group
Yeah.
from your church, a group of your family members, your kids, or yourself personally. Make a volunteer application and say, raise your hand for a nonprofit. Say, call me next, and you're thinking of somebody.
Right.
And then check out the events that are coming up in real life.
Right.
You know, find a way to either friend raise or fundraise with that organization.
Right.
And then finally, there's this great wish list shopping items where you can buy, if you want to know exactly what your gift is doing for a
love this,
nonprofit,
yeah.
purchase that gift. You know exactly you're alleviating a nonprofit having to buy something for their mission.
Right.
And it gets shipped directly to their doorstep. So
I
take
love
an action
that.
and then tell your friends, I took an action, you can take an action. So challenge
Yeah.
3 of your friends to share it forward. And that's our hashtag,
Okay.
hashtag share it forward
Yeah.
for that cause.
Well, wonderful. So any last words in our final seconds here? I mean, we've covered so much, so excited, but
The community partnerships that are behind making this happen, we couldn't be here without them. So
Yeah.
Andy, the partnership we have with Metro Magazine and ALH Publications and your entity, but also Omaha Community Foundation
Yeah.
and United Way of the Midlands and Nonprofit Association of the Midlands, the people in this city in this community that really raise it up,
right.
we wouldn't be here if they didn't say that this is something that also mattered to them. So thank
Absolutely.
you very much, Andy.
Yeah, and you're so welcome, and it's good to see you. Thank you for coming on the show. I'm excited to just to help, first of all, promote everything that Share Omaha is doing, and just kind of watch how this unfolds and blooms, so to speak,
Thank
in our
you.
community. So thank you.
We always end with who's excited.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
So there we go.
And I am too. So thank you, Marjorie.
Thank you so much.
And we will be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm here with Jay Morales and Trisha Danielson. First of all, Jay's a great friend, and so is Trisha, but we're here to talk about B4B, celebrating 5 years.
I can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, and you just had this amazing event last week, which brought in some great speakers.
Yes.
I was one of them.
Absolutely. We enjoyed it. You
Yeah.
were incredibly, your speech was just impactful.
Yeah. But let's just talk about what is B4B, because Jay, you're the co-founder.
Yes.
So just talk about what it is and how it all started. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Give us some history.
So there's busy professionals, right? And we look for a place to network. And there's many organizations, great organizations out there where referrals, tips groups, and things of that nature. Well, I love that, but I wanted to go a little deeper into just community. So we wanted to form an organization, not quite a networking organization, but something that had impact to community first. We didn't really know what it was going to be for the first year or two, and it's morphed into something pretty incredible. It is business professionals that gather to give back their talents and time to the community.
Well, and the one thing I want to mention, I just remember, I wasn't at your launch event, but I did sit down, I just remember the day I sat down with you and Michelle at Crane Coffee.
Yes.
And we had a conversation, because I really saw what you were doing and wanted to understand more, because I thought it really was amazing. And how you took the networking thing and the B4B, getting together with business people, but then you added that community connection, that nonprofit.
Yes.
How do we give back? How do we community service piece to it, which was amazing, because you have actually connected with how many nonprofits?
Oh gosh, over 40 to 50 so far that we've worked with directly. I
Right.
believe
Yeah.
that's a number.
Over 50 directly.
Yeah.
Yes, and then more that just spilled over. And again, we don't care about what your business card says. We care who you are as a person.
Because you have events. You have events at like the nonprofit facility. I know
Yes.
you've been to Nebraska Humane Society. I think QLI. I mean,
Yes.
that's
Right.
and you're the events kind of director coordinator, right, Tricia?
Right. Director of events, which is
Director of events.
is really kind of how I got more heavily involved.
Yeah.
I too missed the kickoff. I was traveling, and one of those busy professionals knew Jay just a little bit, knew Michelle a little bit better, saw their kickoff, was interested in it, but wanted to learn more. So met with Michelle to learn more about what it was and find out, same as you, giving more back to the community, more to the nonprofits. It was more than just pure exchanging business cards and referrals, which again, those are great and I think there's a place for it, but this was something different that I could really get involved in and be able to be at those community events, nonprofits, and be a part of that.
Because the event piece, I also feel, is a big part of what B4B, and actually kind of has set tribute back. And not just people, businesses. I mean,
Yes.
that's a big thing, is the business community. How can you give back through your business to these nonprofits?
Here's what our philosophy is, and Tricia has been very good at this. It's good to bring people together. That's easy to do, but to remind us to align with the mission of giving back, because it's so easy to just have a happy hour or have a tour of a facility. But why are we really, really getting together? And if you put community first, everything just works out. It comes from the heart. We don't even really have a charter or a list of rules. We just have good
Right.
people. And it just
Yeah.
works out. Life just works out. That's
It
what we
does.
discussed.
It does. We were just
Yes.
talking about that before
Yes.
before we sat down here. Accomplishments. What are you most proud of? And we might have just talked about that, but reiterate that.
For me, it's connecting the right people. When Tricia came in, she was such a needed person and valuable, because we need organization, and I'm not organized. I'm just a big ideas person, and Michelle is such a executionary as well as a visionary. But when you say what is the biggest accomplishment, it's pulling these people together who've been scrappy and agile, right?
Right.
And just says, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna
Yeah.
do this,
Yeah.
no matter what. And that's an accomplishment for me, is the connectivity and the relationships that we've built.
Yeah.
It's not just one event, it's the people.
Well, we have a great article about your 5th anniversary
Yes.
in the issue of Metro Magazine.
Yes.
Let me see if I can find the page. The front and center, I know, is you, Tricia, with Beth from Saving Grace.
Yes.
And again, this is just another way that you guys give back to the community and connect the business professionals to nonprofits.
Absolutely, and I will tell you time and time again, one of the things we've heard on nonprofits, and as we've reflected back on 5 years, some of the nonprofits that have come back to us and shared with us is just letting people know they're out there and what they need and how people can help. And while financial is always great, and they always appreciate that, so many nonprofits, especially as they're getting going, people don't know about them or know what they do or how they can help. So just getting the opportunity to meet others in the area, other professionals, and knowing how they can help and what they need has been instrumental, those nonprofits as they grow, and
Yeah.
so they're successful.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some of the speakers you have had
Oh,
over the last
gosh.
5 years, because they've
Yes.
been pretty incredible.
Yes.
And I know you've got some really exciting things moving forward. Can you talk about those today? Because you talked about them last
Absolutely.
week, so we can talk a little bit about what the exciting things in the future. But some of the speakers, I mean, Willie Thiessen,
Yes. Oh, yes. John Hoyt,
Van Dee.
Van
Van
Dieb,
Dieb, Ron Samuelson.
yes, David Brown, the CEO
Right.
of the chamber. You.
Yeah, yeah. Good,
The
some
list
women,
keeps
listen,
going.
some women
Let's
in there.
go,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Karen.
Garaki.
Yeah,
Rocky
from
from
Porshine.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh, that
yeah.
was so impactful. And Jerry Schlickburn, and here's the thing, and we're talking about our organization and our speakers. They've all connected us to nonprofits that are
Yeah.
amazing, amazing. And back to what Tricia was saying about the connection and serving, I think what I love the most is that we as professionals forget that it's not about writing a check, because not everyone's able to write a check to a
Right.
organization, and God bless those who do. Sometimes it's someone's talent, and it's their time, and it's their helping them market, helping them be organized, and so many people have made a
Yeah.
difference that way.
Yeah, because it really is, the financial piece is really important, but it's also the hands on the ground, the showing up, the volunteering, the maybe, if you're a photographer, you're helping them with
Yes.
photography, stuff.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the future and what's the plan? What's
Oh my
the plan?
gosh. So Tricia is very organized, and I'll let her. Again, I keep saying this because we do many things, but I think what's ended up happening is we're diluting efforts. Over a 5-year period, we've learned. And
Yeah.
as we announced at our event, Michelle Schrage is such a good visionary for where this is going.
Yes.
Instead of diluting and saying, Andy, this coffee, this happy hour, this event, that event, B for B, instead of doing 12 to 15 events a year and making professionals confused on what to go to and where to spend their time, they're now saying 4 events, 4 major events, just
Wow.
like the one we had.
Yeah.
And it's going to line us up with our charities.
Yeah, exactly.
love
and
that.
that way it's really
Yeah.
focused, and they are, the big major events draw a lot of people, so there's a lot of opportunity to really connect, learn more about others. And there'll be some smaller ones along the way, but they'll be very deliberate as they make sense. So it won't be scheduled, oh my gosh, we need to have a happy hour or a coffee. And we've had several of those, and they've been amazing. And there'll still be some of those, but more just kind of, we're calling them a pop-up as they make sense versus we have to fit 15 or we have to do 6
Right.
coffees
And
or
you're
whatnot.
very deliberate, very
Yes.
mindful,
Yes.
and very focused on what each event is, and bringing the best people together.
Yes.
And have the most impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing what makes sense to stay aligned with what we're trying to accomplish versus just, here's another copy. And again, there's many of those, but we're really trying to be deliberate on
Yeah.
those. So.
And those are all great
They are.
places to
They're
network.
fantastic.
But really, for your organization, and again, 5 years, I mean, that's a long time.
That's huge.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
But you learn, like you said, you learn a lot
Yes.
along the way. And then
Yes.
you really kind of, why are we here? What is our mission? And, you got it.
When you sat with Michelle and I last year,
Yeah.
we almost wanted to say, you know what, let's bow out and let's
I
just go.
remember that conversation.
You talked us into staying the course. And
Really?
saying, yes, it's been you
Yeah.
that said, we need organizations like you, and you're
Yeah.
doing great yourself, and
Yeah.
but we have to listen to people like you, and,
Yeah.
and that's what fuels us.
Yeah, because it can be very overwhelming. So,
Tell me about
yeah, I know. I get it. Tricia, Jay, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate everything you are doing for the community and the impact you're making. The community is a different place because of what you're doing. So,
We appreciate
you
you.
very
Thank you, Andy, for having us
yeah,
today.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And we will be right back. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. I encourage you to go to spiritofomaha.com where you can read the most current issue of Metro Magazine. This is the February issue with my father on the front. We have a great story about him in this issue, and also you can read the Giving Guide. The new Giving Guide is out as well. And looking forward to interviewing one of my favorite people, Cale Farron, next week. So join us and have a wonderful week. We'll see you then.